Life, yeah. Forget about it. Gonna do a little talk here. Little talk the talk, walk the walk. It's kind of late to do a concert. It's kind of like a little too late for music, but we could talk a little bit. Talk about Laura, the Looney Tunes. Unfortunately in life, we'll talk when more people get here. You know, when you become an internet, like whatever you want to call me, mini celebrity, I'm not trying to say I'm not Tom Cruise, okay? I'm not Brad Pitt, you know what I mean? But I have a little bit of fame to me that there are actually people that want to come into my life. You know what's crazy? They want to enter my life for the purposes of who knows what. It's not good purposes. The purposes of getting dirt, the purposes of trying to hurt me or humiliate me. I wonder if Laura was a hater the whole time, because the reason I feel this way is that Laura has no reason to be upset at me. There's literally nothing I did wrong to Laura. Absolutely nothing. Zero. Okay. And it just makes me wonder, like, why is this woman dedicating her whole life? She's got like a full-time YouTube channel that she hates me. For what? For what purpose? There is no purpose. I'm going to go downstairs real quick. Forget about it. At the end of the day, I got to be careful. I got to be very careful who I bring into my life and my children's life. I have to be. You come from a situation where my beautiful wife, Jennifer, had the most amazing marriage. My mom, my beautiful mom, Josephine, had the most amazing mom. I had the perfect family. And that's who I surrounded myself with. I surrounded myself with my beautiful wife and my beautiful mom. Unfortunately, when my wife and my mom passed away, it became a very, very, as you can imagine, emotional, devastating time for me where I kind of need help. I kind of need people to come in and say, Rich, let me be your friend. I need a good friend. That's what I thought. That's all Laura was supposed to be. All Laura was supposed to be was a good friend. But now Laura turned into Norman Bates. So that's what we're going to talk a little bit about on this live stream. And the only question is, was Laura hated the whole entire time? That's what we're going to talk about. I really don't care about Laura. Look, I don't wish her bad. Okay, I don't wish her bad at all. I hope that she's very happy in her life, healthy, successful. I wish all the best for her children, but there was no reason for Laura to do the things that she did. There was no reason for it. It's not like I didn't do anything to deserve a woman to hate me this much. This is a woman now who's got a full-time YouTube channel dedicated to hating on me, the Apefather. And there's nothing I did to this woman. I didn't do anything to her. And it brings me back to my original point, which this stuff might all be, it's scary. This might be determined, meaning that there are people out there who know I'm the Apefather, and they're like, something? It's crazy. It's really scary. It's what I'm about to tell you is very, very scary stuff. They know my wife passed away. They know my mom passed away. They know I'm vulnerable. And they're like, something? Maybe we could use the whole, like, I'm a woman. I want to be close to you. I want to be your friend. How you doing, everybody? I want to get close to you. I want to get to know you. But they have malice intent. I'm going to say it's alleged, but is it possible? Is it possible that this was all done from guys like this guy who just popped in here, this hater? Is it possible that Laura was a hater the whole entire time? What's up there, Justin Henry? Is it possible that Laura was a hater the whole time? That's the question that I have to ask myself, because this is what you guys don't understand, and I want to be very clear to you. What's up, Justin? I want to be very clear to you. There's a difference between when you do something to someone and you do something so horrible to a person where they deserve to be angry. They deserve, in some cases, to even get their revenge. But what all of you don't understand is that I didn't do anything to this woman except treat her good. I know you'll never accept it, but that's what the truth is. The truth is that Laura knew my wife passed away. She knew my mom passed away. Her husband passed away. I thought maybe it could be a wonderful friendship. My daughter Sophia and her daughter are very similar in terms of their age. Her daughter is 2 years older than my daughter. My son thought that her son, who was a Marine, was awesome. He was into cars, into trucks. My son looked up to him. I thought it would be a nice friendship. I thought it would be something that would be a good thing for everybody. She's local. She's 5 minutes away from me. But you see, unfortunately now, it's become like a fatal attraction. It's become like the movie with Michael Douglas and Glenn Close. It's become like a fatal attraction situation. This is a woman now that got so super angry that she is dedicating her whole entire life now, her whole entire life to me. And I say to myself, why? What did I do to this woman that got her this angry? Well, it started with she made a claim to me that I said something to her son, which was not true. Let me ask you a question. If someone accuses you and they say that you said something that you didn't say, what are you going to do? Are you going to say you're sorry? Are you going to apologize for something you didn't say? No, right? You're not going to apologize for something you didn't say. Laura wanted me to apologize for something I never said. I never said. She's making these claims that I said very inappropriate things to her son. Her son just wanted to know what our intentions were. My intentions were, I told the son, I'm not interested in your mother at a romantic level. I just want to be friends. That's it. I just want to be friends. Just friends. Okay? Somehow Laura said, I said that, I don't know, she's claiming that I told the son that the mother sent me naked pictures or something. This never happened. I never said this. So Laura's like, you owe me an apology. I'm like, but I'm not going to apologize for something I didn't say. I'm not going to do it. She's like, are you calling my son a liar? Right, exactly. Justin, would you apologize for something you didn't say? I never said this. She said, are you calling my son a liar? I'm like, yes. She goes, would you say it to his face? I said, of course I'll say it to my face. I'll say it to his face. Anyway, salute, Gintani here. All right, so that's the first thing that turned Laura into like the mad woman. Like Elton John wrote this great song, "Mad Man Across the Water." She's the mad woman across the water. Then the next thing is I'm a YouTuber. This is what people don't understand. I like to talk about a lot of subjects on my YouTube channel. You understand? I don't like to have any type of limitations. Okay? One of the subjects I wanted to talk about, and I find it to be a very to me it's a very fascinating subject, is do people have the same grief, the same hurt in their hearts when they had a very bad marriage? See, listen to me, this all started with my music teacher. My music teacher calls me up. Okay, this is back. She was my music teacher at junior high school. And she heard that my beautiful wife, Jennifer, passed away. God bless my beautiful wife. And my beautiful mom, Josephine, passed away. Now, she was very close to my mom. My wife, she met her a few times, but this music teacher was very close to my mom. And we were just on the phone for hours, reminiscing all the good times. And I'm crying on the phone. And she could just feel the pain. She feels all of my pain and my suffering that my beautiful wife passed away after a 10-year battle with cancer. She said, Richie, my heart goes out to you and your children. I'm like, thank you so much. And then she says, my husband passed away not too long ago. So I said to her, my heart goes out to you as well. And my heart goes out to your children. And you know what she said? She goes, that SOB, F that SOB, that he could kiss my ass at Macy's window, she said. Hey, what's up there? My sister is here. So my music teacher gave me the idea for the video, and I'm like, but how could you say that? This was your husband. She goes, we had a terrible marriage, Rich. Listen, my heart goes out to the kids. Their father passed away, but she was talking about her husband. She goes, we had a terrible marriage, Rich. There was domestic violence. He had a gumata. You know, she said he was verbally and physically abusive to me my whole life. She goes, I'm not crying that he passed away. So I came up with this idea for a video. What would happen if you have two cases? You have a case like me and my wife, Jennifer, we had the perfect marriage, filled with love, filled with unconditional love, just amazing, best friend, soulmate, mother of our great children, everything, perfect marriage. She passed away after a 10-year battle with cancer. The question that I posed on the video is if someone now, their spouse passed away, but there was, again, maybe a bad marriage, domestic violence, would they still have that same grief, that same heartbreak, because their marriage, was filled with so many problems, right? So Laura felt I was talking about her. Oh my God, God bless you, fair game. God bless you. God bless you and God bless your family. Seriously. I wish you nothing but the best. God bless you. Yeah, my junior high school was probably, I would say the 90s, maybe the late 80s, early 90s. 35 radiations. Anyway, God bless you and your family. God bless you. Seriously. Um, Continuing what I was saying. What I think is happening here with this Laura situation is she has no reason, she has no legitimate reason to be angry. Okay. I took this woman out to 10 delicious dinners, two, $300 dinners. I wanted to be a friend. That was it. It was a friendship. I treated her with respect. I treated her daughter with respect, her family with respect. There was literally no reason for her to go back crazy like this. And then the things that she said, all of it was not true. So the video that I made was a general video. It was not about her. It was not about her situation. It was just a general video. Like I said, if your spouse passes away, but you had a wonderful, wonderful marriage filled with unconditional love, is it the same heartbreak? Is it the same pain? Is if your spouse passes away, but you were separated, divorced? Hey, what's up, Sasha? How you doing? If you were separated, if you were divorced, if there was domestic violence, in other words, do you still have the same heartbreak? Laura is like, oh, you're talking directly about me. No, but the reason I'm bringing this up is that the reason I'm bringing this up again is that I'm trying to understand. There's a scary subject happening in my life. Okay, I'm going to tell you what it is. Salud, Jindani. And Sasha actually knows about this. I've become very paranoid in my life. I've become very paranoid. And what I'm paranoid about is I don't know if someone is entering my life knowing I'm Apefather. You understand? Like there's a lot of people. Look, there are people who know who I am. They're like, I know you. You're the Apefather. Wow. And there's people that want to enter my life for all the wrong reasons. They want to enter my life in some cases because they're haters, they're psychos. I'm not saying this about Sasha. She's a beautiful girl, okay? Sasha's a beautiful girl. But I'm just talking about people in general that someone could be, looking to. It's not a good thing, but you know what it is, Justin? I've been noticing that there are people that have been coming into my life that have an intention of trying to hurt me, man. Like, look at what happened with that Sarah thing. You know what I mean? It seemed like, again, I'll say it's alleged, but that whole thing did not seem kosher to me. It seemed like Sarah might have potentially been a hater herself or was hired from haters. Listen, I get very, very skeptical when people meet me online. If someone meets me on like a live stream or something like that, I get very, very, very skeptical. Hey, what's up there, Swan Song? Apefather came from the stock AMC. We were all invested in AMC. The retail investors called themselves the apes. So I was one of the people out there really getting people pumped up, promoting everything, and again, not financial advice, but I called myself the ape father because I had like the best intentions for all of us to win. And then I kept the name because I thought it sounded very cool. Tom, this is what I'll say to you. I don't trust anybody, including you. I don't trust nobody anymore. DTA. Well, it's not that I was falling in love. Look, when my wife Jennifer and my mom passed away, it is a scary world. I was so messed up in my head that I didn't want to face the hurt. That's what people don't understand. I didn't want to face the hurt. I wanted a distraction. I wanted a distraction. Sarah was a distraction. That's all. She started talking to me 4 or 5 hours a day. Next thing I know, she started getting, kind of sexual with me. I actually just wanted a friend. This is Brisk. I just wanted a friend. But she played with my heart. She played with my mind. And next thing I know, she started asking me for money. And that led into me helping her because she was talking to me 4 to 5 hours a day. I started feeling like, I don't know, connected to someone, like when you lose so much in your life. My wife passed away, my mom passed away, and then you're talking to someone 4 hours a day, 5 hours a day for like a month or 2 months. You actually become connected to the person. And that's why you got to be very careful. What I'm saying to all of you is I have to be careful. And I smartened up now. I, um, I smartened up. I am very cautious now. I don't mess around. I am very cautious, but it took me a while to get to this level. Now I'm starting to think about this Laura situation, and I ask myself, was she a hater? Is it possible that Laura was a hater? This is what I'm trying to make all of you understand. Is it possible that Laura was a hater from the beginning? From the beginning, either hired from haters or was a hater herself? Because the reason I say this, there's literally no reason. There is absolutely no reason for Laura to be upset at me. I didn't do anything to her. Okay, now it's different. Now we're fighting like friggin' forget about it. This is like a vendetta now. But before the vendetta started, we were cool. We didn't have any beef. We didn't have any problems. Like I said, she knew my wife passed away. She knew my mom passed away. I knew her husband passed away. It was supposed to be a nice friendship. But somehow now it turned into fatal attraction. And when I'm trying to make all of you understand, I would tell you, look, if I did something wrong to someone, I would tell you. I would tell all of you. I would say, look, I did something really bad to like Laura, I did do nothing but treat her with respect. I did do nothing but treat her family with respect, her children with respect. I'm not saying to you that Laura's not nice, but I will say this to you. She's angry for no reason. Okay, there's no reason for her to have look. Why do you get angry at a person who buys you 10 dinners, right? Why do you get angry at a person who drove your daughter to her boyfriend's house? Why do you get angry at a person who took your daughter as well as my family to a beautiful dinner for your birthday at Olive Garden? Where I gave her a nice $25 Visa gift card and I bought her a $200 dinner, right? There's, that's what I'm trying to say. Like official Wolf of Brooklyn. What did I do to deserve like this woman now hating on me on a full-time YouTube channel, with the intention of humiliating me, humiliating my children. Like, I mean, what did I didn't do anything to this woman. So it's making me think there might be more to it that just the fact that she's ungrateful. There might be more to it. Maybe this woman was a hater the whole time. Listen, I'm starting to notice something, guys. I'm starting to see a trend. I'm starting to see a trend here. Ever since my wife and my mom passed away, I didn't pick up on this at first. It's probably because I was devastated. It's probably because I was devastated. But I didn't pick. I'm picking up on it now. People are trying to enter my life. A lot of it is online. People are trying to enter my life, and I don't know who the F these people are. You got to be very careful. I don't know who these people are. I don't know Laura. I don't know Sarah. I don't know none of these people. Seriously, though, it's not a joke. This is what I'm trying to make you understand. Down we go. There's no reason for Laura to be mad at me. Okay, look, Laura started saying shit to me that wasn't true. You know, I don't know Sasha either. That's why, but Sasha knows that I'm very careful. I don't know nobody, right? Sasha knows. I think Sasha knows more than anybody else. I'm very cautious. I'm very cautious now. Sasha knows because we spoke about it. Evil people target kind-hearted people. It's true. You the hoop. But you want to know what it is? Like, I'm gonna say something, and I know a lot of people are gonna laugh, but I'm actually a mini celebrity. Listen, I'm not a major celebrity. I'm not like, I'm not a big time. I'm a small, tiny, 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 tiny celebrity. But I have enough views. Like I got over 18 million views. I got enough of a presence online that there's people that want to enter my life, but for all different reasons. For all different reasons. So the scary reason is that people want to enter my life because they're obsessed lunatic haters. They're obsessed lunatic haters. Now, let me tell you something about you haters, like this guy Tom over here. You guys are all like psychos. You understand that, right? You guys did not play with a 52 deck of cards, okay? Like Commander 35, WTF. You guys are out of your mind. You guys are nuts. Look, first of all, stop talking about my financial business, please, guys. You have no idea the amount of money I have coming in. You guys keep talking about my. Will you stop talking about my financial situation? I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be aight. I'm gonna be. They say aight. Hey, what's up there, Connor? We'll talk about AMC another day. But Amy forever, baby. Amy and Gabby forever. Not financial advice. Not financial advice. Entertainment purposes only. But Amy and Gabby. Salud, Gentani. I do want to start talking about AMC again. Just not right now. I'm not saying I'm a big celebrity. Down we go. But you do have to admit that, like, I have a little bit of whatever you want to say, steam under my meatballs. A lot of people know me, and I'm not saying to you it's good intentions. You're definitely gonna get back at AMC eventually, very soon, because I do agree some exciting shit is happening. But we'll say again, not financial advice, not a financial plan, entertainment purposes only. But I have enough of a fame that people want to enter my life, but sometimes it's for very scary reasons. That's what I'm saying. They want to enter my life because they want to get like dirt on me. They want to get information on me. They want to try to hurt me. And that's why I said no to that whole polygraph thing. I thought after I thought about it for a while, I was like, you know what? This is like a setup here. This is a set. They're gonna try to use this against me. Look, there's a lot of psychos out there. I have to be very careful. I have to be very, very careful here. Got a lot of comedians in here. Thank you, sister. It's a big setup. It started with Sarah. Look, I'm going back in time now, and I'm kind of like reliving all of this stuff. And at the time, I was so heartbroken over my wife, and I'm still. Oh, listen to me. You have no idea. Not a second goes by that I don't think about my beautiful wife Jennifer. I love her so much, or my beautiful mother Josephine. Not a second goes by. I don't miss them. I love them so much. You have no idea. But when it first happened, I was a complete mess. I mean, I'm still a mess, but I've gotten a lot better. When it first happened, I was in La La Land. I was in the Twilight Zone, right? So you get people coming into my life. I never took 2 seconds to think that they may be coming into my life for bad reasons. They may be coming in my life because they want to either get money out of me. Yes, God bless my beautiful wife Jennifer. Thank you, and my mom Josephine. Thank you, Official Wolf of Brooklyn. But I never really, I don't know. I didn't put two and two together when it was all happening. That people were trying to come into my life to hurt me, and now I'm starting to see a trend. I'm seeing like a trend now. I'm seeing a lot of people entering my life with malice intent, and you got to be very careful. You got to be very, very careful who you may come into your life, because a lot of people do not have good intentions. And I think that's the case with Laura. Laura obviously came into my life with very bad intentions. Listen, guys, why would a person, okay, let me ask all of you this question. And I'm going to ask my sister this though. Let me ask all of you this question. Why does a person come into someone's life for the purposes to humiliate them, for the purposes of getting as much private information out of you that they could then start a YouTube? Think about this. Laura has a YouTube channel now. She's getting a whole new audience. She's got subscribers that are shooting up. She's getting a lot of views. Okay, and she's basing all of this success. She's basing it on my private life. And a lot of the stuff that she's saying, by the way, is all bullshit. Like, yeah, I'll give you like an example of the bullshit that Laura says. We're gonna talk about a lot of her bullshit. Laura keeps talking about charity dinners, and I know that this guy, what's his name, Cigar King, loves this shit. Okay, look, there was this one dinner. That's it, one dinner that was from a beautiful organization that heard that my wife Jennifer passed away. Okay, and they mailed us a card in the mail, because they this is what they do. Okay, they deal with families. Your relative passes away from cancer, they send you a card for a free dinner. You're right. You're right. That'd be nice. Official Wolf of Brooklyn. Laura actually came with me to this dinner, and she ate a wonderful meal, and she even brought food home for her daughter. And she's gonna sit here and criticize me and make it seem like every dinner I go to is now charity. Okay, this is complete nonsense. Laura knows that I pay for all the dinners. She knows this. Laura sat down with me and saw me take money out of my wallet, $200, $300 a dinner. But see, this is where I don't like Laura. How she's trying to make it seem like everything now is charity. That's what everyone's saying. They're like every dinner is a charity dinner. It was a one dinner, and I was so thankful, by the way, to that wonderful organization that I went back. Laura doesn't even know that, and I actually bought a very expensive dinner there already. That's what Laura doesn't know about me. Like, she talks about this time at Mama Rosa where I fell down. I'll give you an example. It wasn't my fault. The guy mopped the floors, okay? The guy mopped the floors. They came out of the bathroom. There was no signs that the floors were mopped. I slipped. I fell. I hurt myself. The owner, I go there 3 times a week. The owner says to me, Rich, she says, I'm buying you a dinner. That's what he said. Laura brings this up too. Because she's like, oh, he slips, he falls, he gets a free dinner. See, what Laura doesn't tell you, this is the part that Laura leaves out. The free dinner I got, Laura forgets to mention this. The next day I go back, I spent $300 there. I spent $300 the next day. See, Laura doesn't, she forgets that part. She doesn't talk about that part. So there's a lot of stuff with Laura that is complete, BS. But the question is, why is she doing this? But this is the question. I know you guys are like so focused on this $4,000. You understand that I have a tremendous amount of money coming in, right? You understand all of this, right? Okay. I mean, you keep talking about $4,000. Guys, I'm okay. Relax. Stop talking about my finances. Stop with the finances. Hey, what's up there, Jeremy? You're a good man, Jeremy. Thank you for sticking up for me all the time, man. Thank you, brother. God bless you. So anyway, getting back. Now we have a lot of the haters coming. Hey, what's up? You're a good man, Jeremy. Thank you for you go head. I see that you go head to head with the haters. I want you to know I greatly appreciate you because this is what this live stream is about. I'm glad that Jeremy's here because the live stream is about Laura and the haters are trying so hard to give Apefather a bad name. They tried everything in their power. Guys, I am a great father. Okay. I am a husband that stood by my beautiful wife Jennifer's side her whole life. Her whole life. When she had cancer, I was always there. Every treatment, all the surgeries, all the operations. You know what Jennifer says to me? She says to me, I gave her the greatest life, she said. I gave her all of her dreams came true because of me. She said I gave her a wonderful family. She gave me the same. We were perfect for each other. We were soulmates for each other. And it just bothers me that people should be celebrating my wife's life. But you see, all these haters are trying to say things because they hate. They're like, oh, you had a terrible marriage. We didn't have a terrible marriage, guys. We had the most perfect marriage. My wife had a YouTube channel called Wigglicious, and it's still up. And the whole purpose of the channel, me and my wife loved the honeymooners. We loved Ralph Crandon, Alice, Bang Zoom to the moon. And it was jokes. It was skits. Whenever my wife said a little things here and there, like, oh, I love my husband. He could drive me nuts. That big, Italian meatball never stops eating. Leave me alone. It was jokes. It was all jokes. Right. It's for show. It was a, now you know what these haters are doing, Jeremy? They're like, oh, your wife and you didn't have a good marriage. They're going back on these videos that were obvious skits. And they're like, oh, you and your wife wasn't happy with you, Richie. My wife was so in love with me, and I was so in love with her, and I'm still in love with her. It's a forever love. And I'm sure that my wife is in heaven right now, and she brought the love with her, as well as my beautiful mom. So anyway, thank you, Jeremy. God bless you. Don't listen to these haters. I'm not going to allow haters. I'm not going to allow Laura to talk bad about. See, that's another thing I don't like that Laura did. She spoke very bad about my wife, and this was when we were, still kind of friends, and this is when the friendship ended. She was like, Jennifer, your wife is not here. She said to me, Laura, Jennifer is not here to confirm if you had a good marriage. Like, who talks that way? That's why I wonder if Laura was a hater right from the beginning, man. We've done that, official Wolf of Brooklyn. We're actually going to be doing it tomorrow. It's funny you say that. My son, Michael, loves cooking, and my daughter loves helping in cooking, and I help them too. I was thinking tomorrow about having a nice home-cooked dinner. We're going to stay at home. We're going to watch a movie, and we're going to reminisce all the good times. So we're actually looking to do that tomorrow. Thank you, Sasha. We're going to do it tomorrow. God bless you. Wolf of Brooklyn. So, Wolf of Brooklyn. How can someone not like L&B Smoke Bodyguarders? That's another thing. We were sitting down one time, me and Laura and the kids. We were at a dinner. We were at Mama Rosa, and I was telling Laura, I was like, Laura, man, I can't wait to go back to Brooklyn. I want to go to L&B, baby. I want to go get me that delicious square pizza. And she's like, I hate L&B pizza. I was like, what? I don't know how anybody from Brooklyn, right? How is it possible that someone from Brooklyn could not like L&B Spumoni Gardens pizza? But anyway, that was like a big red flag right there. She told me a story. She goes, there's a guy online, this was Laura said, who was like physically threatening me, Rich, that she was on like an online forum, and she was knocking L&B pizza. She was talking bad about it. And I was like, Laura, you want to keep that under DL. She's like, freedom of speech. I can say whatever I want. I know, but people are gonna get angry. You can't be. You know what I mean? You can't be talking bad about Ella B. Ella B is Brooklyn royalty, baby. Manhattan Special, absolutely. I love Manhattan Special. So, but anyway, look, guys, I would love it that I didn't have any haters. It would be wonderful. But at the end of the day, this is what I told my sister. We were talking before. President Trump said it the best. He's like, positive exposure or negative exposure, in both cases are good. In both cases are good because you just want people talking about you if you're an entertainer. You always want to get positive press, but if you get negative press, it's still publicity. It's still helping you get views. You know what I mean? It's so I look, I go with it a lot, with these haters. I play along with them. I play along with the hate because it's good entertainment. But here's where I get upset. Okay, we're gonna talk about it. I get upset when the hate becomes so vicious and so disgusting that they have to now take the entertainment out of it and it becomes real life. Like someone called up like CPS, for instance. Yeah, this is the fake. Look, is this where's my sister? Sister, is this the fake Sarah that you thought was in Laura's? Look, obviously this is the fake Sarah. This is the fake Sarah here. But is this the one you were talking about, sister? Is this the one? This is the fake Sarah, Sasha. This is not a real Sarah. Yeah, send me a Zell. Like, in other words, why do people have to call agencies, government agencies like CPS? Okay, my children are not in any danger. My children love me. I love my children. I'm a wonderful father. See, that's where I don't like it. Where haters they go this extra mile, and that's the thing. That's the thing I say. Look, I'm all for back and forth ball breaking. You said if Laura wants to break my chops and I break her chops, that's great. But keep it entertainment. Keep it entertainment. Listen, if I wanted to be a real freaking Mama Luke, Stu Nod, I got so much on Laura right now I could write a book. I mean, first of all, she came into my house with her daughter. Her daughter filmed upstairs. That's an invasion of privacy right there. I could take her ass to civil court if I wanted to. I really could. Okay, her daughter filmed upstairs my house where my bathroom was messy without my consent. She then takes this video and publishes it on her YouTube channel without my consent. That's an invasion of privacy. Then you have Laura's posting all my likeness, all my videos on her live streams. That's copyright infringement. Again, I'll say it's alleged, but I'm not doing any of this stuff because at the end of the day, I encourage entertainment. I encourage entertainment. I encourage entertainment. But that's the thing. You got to keep it entertaining. Funny. Hey man, you the hoops. You know all about beers, man. We gotta go have a beer one day, brother. So anyway, getting back. This is a person that's pretending to be Sarah. Obviously, it's a fake. I would tell you if it's the real deal, but I'm not looking forward to seeing Sarah anyway. So I'm not looking forward to seeing you. Um, I just don't understand at the end of the day, like why Laura got so crazy. There was no reason for it. Like I say, it makes me wonder if she was a hater the whole time. It makes me wonder about Sarah. Sarah, were you hired by the haters? Oh, was this whole thing like planned? Like I said to you, when my wife and my mom passed away, I didn't really take the time. I didn't take the time to think about that people who want to come into my life And like you want to hear some other sick stuff that the haters do. Commander 35, like he's a sick mother effer, that guy, that Commander 35. He creates like these accounts on TikTok. All right, so he created this one account. It's funny that the girl's name was actually Laura, if you could believe it, right? But so he creates this whole account where the woman is a young woman in her 20s, and her sister passed away from cancer. So he put this whole storyline together, and we became kind of like friends. Like I was talking to her, and next thing I know, it was Commander 35. He's like, "Hey Richie, it's me, it's Commander." So the thing is that I'm starting to realize now that there are people out there that are unfortunately trying to capitalize off my heartbreak. Isn't that sad? Isn't it sad that they know my wife passed away, they know my mom passed away, they know I'm heartbroken, they know I'm devastated, and they're trying, in some cases, to pretend to be women to try to become friends with me for whatever the reason is, either to mess with my head or to mess with my wallet to get money out of me. It's crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy. So basically, moving forward now, I got to be very careful who I associate with. I got to be very, very careful who I let come into my life. That's all. I got to be very careful. So, I think this last experience with Laura woke me up. I think I went a little too fast bringing her into my life. I was too quick, too fast. Like I said, at the time, I thought it was a nice thing. She lives 5 minutes away from me. Her daughter's 2 years older than my daughter. My son, he looked up to her son, who was a Marine, and he's into trucks, he's into cars. My son loves trucks and cars, but I gotta learn in life. I gotta take a step back. I gotta, I can't just jump. I jumped, and as you can see, look at what happened here. I jumped for a woman that could have been a hater this whole time. Hired by haters. I'll say it's alleged, or a hater herself. Now, this same woman has a full time YouTube channel where her mission is to attack me and my family every day. So you got to be very careful who you let in your life. What's up there, Brooklyn Marie, the fake Brooklyn Marie? Sarah was a bozo. The point, though, is that was Sarah, this is what my point is, brother. Was Sarah hired from the haters, or was Sarah a hater herself? This is the point of this live stream. The point of this live stream is that what I never took. Okay, let's start from the beginning. Can we start from the beginning? When my beautiful wife Jennifer was here with us, and my beautiful mom Josephine, I want you all to understand that was my whole life. My whole life, and my children are my whole life now. My children and my beautiful dog. But when Jennifer and my mom were here, that was it. Our whole support system, our whole life was my wife Jen, my mom Josephine, and the kids and the dog. Now the thing is, and my beautiful dog Chloe, God bless her. But this is the thing: when my wife and mom passed away, something happened. Something happened that I'm really learning now. It took me a while to learn this. It took me about 11 months to learn this. I never realized, because I already had, don't you understand? I wasn't fishing. I had my wife. That was it. I had my wife. I had my mom. That's it. There was nothing else. It was my wife, my mom, and the kids. But then when my wife and my mom passed away, I started fishing. I'm looking for new friends. You understand? I'm looking for, in some cases, just adult companionship. Because I'm always with my kids all the time. I want to have a little adult companionship. But see, I never considered that there are people out there that know I'm the Apefather. Don't you understand? And they want to enter my life because they're obsessed haters. And they're like, we could get into the Apefather's house this way. We could, because don't you find it weird? Don't you find it weird how this woman, Laura, is so determined? Who finds it weird? Who finds it weird that this woman, Laura, is so determined to humiliate me, is so determined to share all of my private details and to share with everybody everything she learned about me. Like she's sharing everything. Like I learned this, I learned that. I could confirm this, I could confirm that. Like isn't that weird though? Like why is she that angry? I didn't do anything to her. So I just got to be careful. That's all I'm saying. It's very weird, right, Justin Henry? It's like what is the purpose of what she's doing? If it's not that she's a hater, then the only other option, it's like a Fatal Attraction situation. It's like she's became like a Glenn Close, like the movie Fatal Attraction with Michael Douglas. Like maybe she just said, I was super in love with the Apefather, and I wanted him to care for me, and I wanted to be in a serious relationship. Unfortunately, I was only interested in being her friend. That's it. So is it possible that she got like maybe all messed up over it? I don't know. I was talking to BB Woodland. I was talking to my sister about that. It was a lie. BB, I know you're not going to believe me. I never said that. I never told her son that his mother sent explicit like sexual pictures, adult pictures to me. It's an absolute lie. It's a lie. I never said it. Okay, so I don't know what to tell Laura about that. I don't know what to tell any of you about that. All I can tell you is that I never said it. So that's that. It's just I never said it though. Official Wolf of Brooklyn. What happened was this. All right, I'll tell you the whole thing. The son wanted to know my intentions. The son, who's a Marine, he wanted to know my intentions to his mom. I had a heart to heart with him. It was like a bond that we had. It was like, it was like a pact we made. Like we keep this between me, man to man. We keep this between us. I told him, I said, listen to me. Your mom, I think she's a wonderful person. I'm not interested in her for a romantic relationship. I'm not interested. I would like to keep this only friends, a friendship. Okay? Sasha, you don't have to do anything like that. God bless you, Sasha. Thank you, Sasha. God bless you, Sasha. Okay, so moving forward, okay. I never said the things that Laura claimed that I said to the son. It never happened. I never said it. I don't know what to tell you guys. I never said that. Would any one of you, if someone said to you that you need to apologize, tell me who in this live stream. If someone said you need to apologize for something you never said, would you apologize for it? I never said it. So that's it. Zandy, that is normally what I did feel in the past. But I was trying to, for the sake of my kids wanted to have friends. Like, look, her daughter was only 2 years older than my daughter. I thought they could be good friends. I was looking out for my kids. I thought her son was a wonderful influence for my son, Michael. He's a Marine. I was just, look, I swear to you, I meant it only on a friendship level. But guys, at the end of the day, I did nothing wrong to Laura. Let me read this here. You're the best, Udahoob. He dragged many Marines under the table here that thought they were tough. At the end of the day, all I did to Laura was the following things. I took her out to 10 beautiful dinners. I took her out for her birthday. I was wonderful to her daughter. I was wonderful to her family. That's it. I did absolutely nothing with disrespect. Okay? Laura got mad over things that were not true. And that's it. And I want to keep repeating myself. I did not say what she said. She said that you told my son that you said that I sent you naked pictures. I never said that. Those words never came out of my mouth. That's it. So at the end of the day, why is Laura so angry? Why does she have a full-time YouTube channel on me? The way I see it, it's only two reasons. She was a hater the whole entire time, or she's a psychopathic, fatal attraction. She's a lunatic. That's it. Those are only two reasons why this woman has a full-time YouTube channel hating on me. Because again, I did nothing to her. I don't know why she hates me so much. I don't know why. I think she's exposing things because I think that you missed the live stream, Zanny. I think that people like you, Zanny, are trying to enter my life right now because my wife and my mom passed away. And there are people that are coming to the live streams just like Sarah did, you know, just like Sarah did, uh, just like even Megan, everybody. You know, it's like people are trying to become close to me. And I think it's for the purpose. Well, look, Laura has a YouTube channel. So let's face the facts. Laura's looking to build a YouTube channel, obviously. It looks like she's talking about merchandise. I don't know if you saw that. She seems pretty serious about her YouTube channel, right? So is it possible that this whole thing was a setup? I'll say it's alleged, but is it possible that that's like Laura's intention was she knew I was the ape father from the beginning and she wanted to get close to me for the purpose of finding out any type of information she could find out and to use it to her benefit on her YouTube channel? Look, I don't think Megan, listen, I don't think Megan is a love con. All right. I don't think Megan is a love con. I think what happened with Megan was I think she's just dealing with a lot in her life. And I got a little hurt with Megan, but we're talking it out. Listen, let's see what happens. You know, I just think she's got a lot going on, the poor girl. She's got a lot going on. I don't think she's a love con, but she's got a lot going on. That's it. That's the deal with Megan. But you know, we're just friends. Listen, guys, everybody, I want you to understand, we're just friends. That's it. Everybody's just friends. I'm just reading some of these comments here. Listen, you know, I had the perfect marriage, Zanny. I had the greatest wife a man could ask for. She was the greatest, Jennifer. Greatest wife, greatest mom, my best friend, my soulmate. And, you know, listen, a lot of people, I've been reading comments. There was this one woman who made this very, like, she was like tough love on me, you know? She gave me this tough love. She's like, you're looking for someone like your wife again. She's like, you're never going to find someone like your wife again. She's right. My wife was, listen, my wife was amazing, man. My wife was so amazing. I was so blessed. Man, I was blessed. It could be like right now. It could be like 3 o'clock in the morning or whatever. My wife Jennifer would just wake up out of her sleep. She would come upstairs. She would lie down next to me. She would massage me, take care of me, love me up. It didn't matter what time it was. It didn't matter what time it was. Okay, my wife would do anything for me. You're never gonna get that again. You never get. My wife's whole life was to take care of me and to take care of the kids. That was her whole life. And unfortunately, she passed away now. And my mom passed away. And it's, you know, people say horrible things to me, man. They're like, get over it. This is what I read some of the comments. People are like, man up. They're like, man up, get over it. I mean, first of all, you never get, is that such a horrible comment? You're never going to get over it. You're never going to get over it. It's not something, you're never going to get over it. The only thing I could do is what I'm doing. Staying strong for my kids, me and my beautiful wife Jennifer's kids, my mom, my beautiful mom, her grandkids. I'm staying strong. I'm doing the best that I could do. All right. And that's another thing that bothered me about Laura. Laura knew this coming into our friendship. She knew I was hurting. She knew this. She knew I was going through a tough time. And she's like making me all these promises that she wants to help me clean the house and all this stuff. And for her to come to this house and have her daughter film upstairs my bathroom when it was messy, it's just so horribly disrespectful. It's so disgusting what she did. It's disgusting. And it's like, all for what? To get some views? She wants to humiliate a family that's already going through too much. And by the way, the rest of the house was in great shape. Look, I had $300 worth of food that day. And Laura and her daughter were eating. Her daughter was having a delicious dinner. So if the house was such a mess, believe me, they wouldn't have been eaten. Okay, it was just that one. It was just that one room, that one bathroom. Love advice in today's market. I think it's harder for a guy like me, Zanny, because I'm the ape father. I think it's harder for a guy like me that because see the problem is that I'm facing a problem that most people that are on that are in the singles market, I'm facing a problem most people don't face, which is that there are people who want to enter my life to try to hurt me. There are people that want to enter my life to either get money out of me or they want to enter my life to get private information out of me that they could use against me on a YouTube channel. See, that's something that most people don't go through. But I would just say take it slow. This would be the advice. Love, the love doctor here, Dr. Love. No rush. Take it slow and don't rush to bring someone into your children's life. That's one thing I would say. Don't no rush for that. Just you got to know somebody a long time, man, before you introduce them to the kids. And I would just the biggest thing I would say take it slow. That's it. Don't fall in love so fast. Don't give your heart. Don't give your trust to someone so quickly. People got to earn that. People got to earn that, man. But you need some action, yeah. Once in a while, right? Official Wolf for Brooklyn tried to get info for 100 views. Pathetic. Well, I mean, look, if it's not, listen, if she's not doing it for the clout, if she's not doing it for the views, there's something even more scarier. Official Wolf of Brooklyn. She's doing it because she's this angry woman that's pissed off, and I don't know what she's capable of. It scares me a little bit. If you think it does. This woman is out of her effing mind. I mean, like I said, CPS was called, Child Protective Services. That's ridiculous. I'm not saying she called. I mean, I'm not saying she didn't call either, but I'm just saying someone called. It's like, why are you doing this stuff for? It's like, why are you taking YouTube, which is supposed to be entertainment, to all these like new levels? I think it's nuts. We wanted a friend, BB. This BB Woodland is out of I don't know if it's a girl or a guy. We wanted a friend. Do you understand what wanting a friend means? What game? BB, I was nice to her. I was respectful to her. This is what BB doesn't understand. There's no reason for her to be attacking me like this. This was like a video I made earlier today on. I've noticed that when you're good to people, it's like people shit on you in this world. I've noticed that. And when you're not good to people seem to want you more. I don't know. I was good to Laura. There's no reason for her in any way, shape, or form to be this angry. I did nothing wrong to Laura. So anyway, that's that. You need a night out at AC, absolutely. If what you're saying is true, this only further proves what a psychopath Laura is. Because it's none of her business. Listen to me, guys. Stuff that went on in my family is not Laura's business. Do you understand? Like who agrees with me? Why is it Laura's business to talk to my relatives? Like who the F is Laura? Listen, guys, for 1 second, who the F-U-C-K is this woman? Like I want you all to think about this for a second. Is this my wife? I mean, is this a therapist? Like who that? This is a crazy psychopathic nut job on the internet. Okay, but guys, again, you're missing. I think you're missing the big point here. This is what I'm trying to say. It's like, guys, whatever goes on in my family has nothing to do with you, and it has nothing to do with Laura. And the fact that Laura is doing all of this stuff, you find it funny. This is what it is. You're all demented. You guys, listen to me. You guys are all lunatics. That's what it is. You guys are psychos, man. I'm not gonna listen to me. My family was the following. Here was my family. You want to hear my family? My wife, Jen, my mom, Josephine, Michael, my son, Sophia, my daughter, and our dogs. That was our family. That's it. That's who our family was. So anybody else that she speaks to, I don't consider them family. That's right. I don't consider Melissa family. I don't consider her husband family. We don't even talk to them. That's it. So I don't talk. I don't listen. Jennifer did not want to talk to them. My beautiful wife, and I don't want to get into it because it's not important. It's none of your business, guys. My family was my wife, my mom, and the kids. That's it. In some cases, a lot of Jennifer's friends were lunatics too. Yeah, because a lot of them, I don't want to look. You know what my wife told me? I'm going to tell you something, BB. My wife told me that I was the only person in her life that she could count on, that stood by her side. A lot of her friends, they all let her down when she had cancer. Okay, a lot of her friends, they did not come to Jennifer's side. They did not support my wife, including her own brother. Okay, and a lot of people hurt my wife. Okay, so at the end of the day, guess who was always by Jennifer's side? It was me. I was always by Jennifer's side. So she stopped. Listen to me. My wife, when she was a young girl, she had a lot of childhood friends. When I was a young guy, I had a lot of childhood friends. But it got to the point, guys, where we all started living our lives. We saw people from time to time, but it was just about us. It was about that's the way we chose to live. The way we chose to live was it was me, Jennifer, my mom, Josephine, and the kids. So basically, what I'm saying to you is everybody else that you're mentioning is not important. They were not a part of our lives. And most likely it was because Jennifer felt that the only people that were important to her and that she cared about and the people that truly, truly were there for her was us, our family. Was me, Michael, Sophia, my mom, and her. That's it. So anybody else you're talking to, whatever, it's immaterial. It's irrelevant. So that's that. That's it. I didn't control nothing. BB, why do you care so much about my life? What is it about my life? Do you have a boring life? Is your life not interesting? Why is everybody so obsessed with me? I just don't understand. Like, what is it about me that you guys are so obsessed? You like that song, you know? You're my obsession. You're my obsession. Who do you want me to be to make you sleep with me? Like, what is it about me? I'm just some Italian guy from Brooklyn, you know? I'm an Italian American. More Italian than Laura is that she don't like L&B pizza. Calls herself first generation Italian, doesn't like L&B pizza. Zandy, what you're not understanding is that I'll just give you a little tip of this, like a little tip of the iceberg here. That's it, okay? We were very close. I know you're not going to accept anything I say, Zandy, because you're another one that's you realize you're nuts, right? You know you're Norman Bates, okay? Here's the people we were very close to. Jennifer's mom, Linda. We were so close. Oh, my kids loved their nana. Okay. Unfortunately, she passed away in 2017. She was like the heart of the family, Jennifer's mom, Linda. She was everything to us. Okay. Jennifer's grandmother, Grandma Rose, we loved her so much. Jennifer's father, but he's unfortunately in a home right now. He's battling, dementia. Okay. My father passed away in 2020. Okay. These are the people, my beautiful grandma, my grandma Lavoy, my grandpa Lavoy, my uncle Paulie. Everyone passed away. It's crazy, you know. My beautiful grandma Anna. So we had a lot of people in our life that were very close to us that unfortunately passed away, and the rest I don't really want to discuss. I had a tough childhood. My mom and my dad, they had a tough marriage, and my mother's side did not get along with my father. Unfortunately, they took a lot of that out on me and even my children. That's it. Listen, I personally don't like none of them. I don't like them. That's it. Jennifer's family, she didn't get along with them either. She didn't get along with her brother. She didn't get along with them. She didn't get along with her cousins or I'm not talking about all of her family, but certain cousins. like these guys, out in Pittsburgh. She didn't get along with nobody in Pittsburgh. Okay, and that's it. I don't want to talk about it no more. Guys, I don't know why. Why do all of you hate me for? Am I related to Frankie Valli? I wish. What do you hate me for? What exactly, is the deal? Is this all because of AMC? Because, guys, in all honesty and fairness, most of you are all telling me that you were winners on that deal. Every time I used to read all your haters' comments, you were like, "Oh, we got out, we did well." So I still don't understand. Like the thing with Lou and me joked around with each other. May Lou rest in peace. It was entertainment. One thing I'll say about Lou, you want to hear a good thing about Lou? Lou kept it entertainment. Lou kept it entertainment. There was no police called or CPS or anything like that. Lou kept it entertainment. Unlike friggin' Laura. Okay, who calls the cops to pick up a friggin' cookie knife that she was using to cook meals. Did a wellness check on her. She's out of her mind, that lunatic. Pittsburgh Steelers lost their game. Oh, it's sad, man. Terrible towel, man. I actually met, I'll tell you, when I used to live in Pittsburgh, I had the opportunity to meet Jerome Bettis. Okay, that guy's got the biggest hands I've ever seen in my life, man. I met Hines Ward. So, yeah, I met a lot of the Steelers. BB Woodland. I'm very close to you, Rich. I've known you since you were a baby. Well, I don't know any BB Woodland. What do you have? What's your real name? It's not BB Woodland. If you knew me since I'm a baby, then you would knew that I protected my mom her whole life. You would know that I was a wonderful, wonderful husband to Jennifer. I'm a great father, and you would know all those things. Okay, so that's the bottom line. If you really knew me, people knew I went through a lot of my childhood. And see, that's the hardest thing about losing. I hate saying losing Jen because I believe that she's my guardian angel and she's the children's guardian angel, as well as my mom Josephine. I hate using that word losing, but unfortunately, their presence on Earth, they're not here. Their spirits are with us, but Jennifer was like the person who knew me inside and out. Jennifer knew about my childhood. She knew about my struggles. She knew about how so many people were unfair to me. And she was my support system. And my mom, Josephine, was my support system. And without the two of them, I feel so lost. I feel you have no idea how hard it is without my beautiful Jennifer and my mom. I don't feel like myself anymore. And I have to stay strong. I got to stay strong for the kids. But without them here, it's like a part of me passed away too. It's hard. It's so hard. I have to question God one day. I have to ask him why this happened to us. Why did this have to happen? Why did my wife and mom have to pass away? I'm gonna start to cry. I don't want to think about it right now. Oh man. Look, BB, I'm not you're going into look, we've covered all of this stuff. I'm not repeating it. All right. I know you demented haters want to hear the same things over and over and over again. I'm not going there, okay? Matter of fact, I'm even going to give you a little time out for that one. Well, actually, I got rid of that person. Good, let them go. That person's a psychopath anyway. I mean, I'm not, listen, it's too much hate. Well, anyway, I'm glad you guys had a chance to talk about sports and some other things here. It's kind of getting a little late here. I'm going to be back soon. I think I want to get a little sleep here. But anyway, listen, God bless you guys. God bless everybody. Thank you for coming to the live stream, and I don't want to cut you guys off, but I'm getting a little tired. I'll go sleep here. So anyway, V for victory. God bless everybody. Okay, buona notte. I'll be back soon. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you guys off here. Have a great night, everybody. I'll be back soon.